going on? It's your boy, call me Meech, back here again with another NBA 2K20 Myteam video for y'all, man. So in today's video, I'm actually going to be giving you 5. I'm only going to say 5. We can go on a lot longer than this, but 5 things that I personally think would make 2K21 Myteam a very, very good mode. As we all know, the game comes out pretty soon here. September 4th is the release date for the current gen, and then next gen is going to be a completely new thing. We don't know what's going to go into it, and obviously the game has already been made. They're just fine-tuning it, but I just wanted to kind of give this video to say these are the things that I think would be great and need to be added to make this game mode perfect in NBA 2K21. Before we get too far into the video, I do just want to go ahead and ask if you can go ahead and leave a like on the video, because that definitely helps the videos get out there and get recommended for other people to see. Also subscribe if you are new to the channel. Currently sitting at about 510 or so subscribers. Like I said, every video we're looking at getting ready to get this thing going into 2K21 and looking to take this thing to the next level. So I appreciate everybody who takes the time to go ahead and subscribe. Without further ado, I do want to go ahead and get right into the content. So here we go with number 1. The first thing that I believe needs to be added into 2K21 Myteam to make this game great and fun and just last is new game modes. Unlimited is great. TTO is meh. But outside of those two things, all of the offline modes are only good for certain things. Evo and cards, grinding for go cards like we did this year, but you can only do that so much. After that, people just want to play online, and currently what we have, TTO is okay, but the rewards are crap. Just, for lack of better words, it's just crap. You could play all day long, and yeah, you make quite a bit of good MT, but I think like more packs, especially as the year goes on, more packs, more player cards, higher amounts of VC, higher amounts of tokens, maybe even some just limited things just for online TTO need to be added into the game to keep this game mode alive, because you can only play so much before it just gets to be monotonous. As far as unlimited, once you hit 12 and up, guys, there's really no point in playing unlimited. It's just mind-numbing. It just defeats the purpose of even turning the game on. I found myself, even though it's at the end of the game, once I get to 12 and 0, there's nothing to do. So there needs to be more things added into these game modes specifically, or just different game modes. Some ideas would be like a salary cap, similar to what Madden does with their Ultimate Team. Instead of people just having full Galaxy Opal squads, like that could be a thing, but maybe there should be a mode where you limit it to 1 or 2 opals. Maybe at that point you have to have a diamond player, a pink diamond, something along those lines, just to make it a little bit more competitive. And with that being said, it needs to be different rewards. Maybe like some limited time events, maybe like a weekend league, how Madden does as well. Just something different that keeps people going, keep people playing, playing the game. There has to be a reason to play this game, and when it's dry, there's nothing you're playing for. The game gets dry, it dies quickly, and you just don't even want to turn it on. So new game modes with limited time rewards, or weekend leagues, salary cap drafts, even like a pick and play, kind of like how, and I keep referring to Madden because they do a good job with this, like it's called a draft champions. You have 13 picks or whatever, and you get random players, and you have to select a player. You get 3 random cards in that round. You go through 13 rounds and you select those players, and you have different rewards from your other modes. That has to be something that goes into 2K21. So that's why I believe game modes is the number 1 thing that needs to go into this mode to make it great in 2K21. The second thing that I think needs to go into NBA 2K21 Myteam to make the game mode great is the ability to trade cards. A lot of people play this game mode, and maybe their friends play it or so. It's at the point where I've wanted to play with some of my friends, and I wanted to help them, you know, because they're just getting started in my team, or like I was just getting started in my team. It would be great if, you know, I have cards that I don't want to use and we're able to trade cards, you know, or this can add a whole nother side to like unlimited, you know. People can wager cards, you know, they play an unlimited game and loser has to trade, you know, one of their best cards and things like that. It'll just add to the content, it'll add to the fun. The ability to trade cards, I believe, can go a lot far in 2K21 and will really help to give 2K21 Myteam a different aspect inside that we've never seen before. So number 2, the ability to trade cards is the second thing I think needs to be added into 2K21 Myteam. The third thing I believe needs to be added in 2K21 Myteam is actually a big one, and I think this has to happen from the get-go, and it has to happen and last pretty much all year, are realistic cards. Guys, I know this is my team. I know the cards are supposed to be, you know, souped and juiced and everything. And I know this is my first year playing my team, but guys, it is so boring and it kills the game when every single card does every single thing. And then at that point, you hear everybody say it comes down to just animations at that point. All it is who has the better animations, who has the better jump shots. It almost lessens the skill gap as well, because every card does the same thing. What's the point of me having a big tough center like Shaq when I can just go get a skinny center like Bobo and he does the same exact thing? Like, I know that certain cards feel a little bit different in this game. Like, I know that it happens, but too many cards do too many of the same things. So there has to be realistic cards next year. We can't be seeing Shaq with a crazy 3-pointer that matches like Porzingis' 3-pointer. We can't have Porzingis being as strong as Shaq. We have to have realistic cards. It's gonna make people game plan. It's gonna give some variety in the way that people play this game and the cards that people have. You won't see everybody with Galaxy Opal Wiseman because he just does everything in the game. Realistic cards is a huge thing. It's number 3, and not even in terms of importance, but it is the number 3 thing that I believe needs to be added into NBA 2K21 Myteam. Moving on to number 4, and this may be an unpopular opinion, but I do believe position locks need to return to the game. Not how they have it though. This position lock seemed like a money grab because as far as I know from last year, you can put anybody wherever you want them. This year, they made position locks, but they made cards be where they want them to be. And a lot of times, those are the most expensive cards. Like for instance, the out of position point guard LeBron James that can play point guard and center. If you have the ability to get the card or you spend money to get the card, whatever it is, just because someone has that card, they can have a clear advantage. They have a whole different way they can game plan against somebody because of position locks. Now, position locks I do feel needs to return, but it needs to be realistic to how those players' natural position in the NBA. I know that LeBron can play point guard. However, he should be position locked between, let's say, like the small forward, power forward. Or maybe LeBron's one of those exceptions that gets a point guard position lock because he does run the point guard. But for the main part, every card shouldn't have these weird position locks that they're giving them. This will help in so many ways. People have to game plan better. And the one major thing I think that normal position locks will help with, smaller guards will become usable again. Like, small guards are so obsolete in this game, it's ridiculous. Yes, you can use them, but it's hard. It's hard for me to use Derrick Rose, my favorite point guard, when I'm going up against Magic Johnson, who's 6'9", when I'm going up against Ben Simmons, who's 6'10", when I'm going up against Wes Unseld, who's never ever played point guard, he's 6'7", when I'm going up against LeBron James, who's 6'8", when, like, it has to be a limit somewhere. Now, I know most of those guys I named, Magic Johnson, Ben Simmons, I know that they play the point guard position, but we need to have realistic position locks so that way more cards and more varieties can be used. And the bigger thing is that people want to use these small guards. They just don't want to get beat every time because they're running up against tall guards. It has to make sense, guys. And if we implement number 3 for the realistic cards and we give cards weaknesses, that's the biggest thing. The right position locks along with realistic cards giving cards weaknesses. Maybe someone does have Ben Simmons and I have Derrick Rose, but as we know, Derrick Rose may be a little bit faster. Ben Simmons is longer, but Derrick Rose is going to thrive in some areas that Ben Simmons doesn't. Let's take Steph Curry, for example. He's not the fastest, but he can shoot. Ben Simmons shouldn't be shooting like Steph Curry. You get it? That gives an incentive to play a Steph Curry card over a Ben Simmons card. Strategy. It all comes full circle. It all contributes to the longevity of the game, the competitive nature of the game, the skill gap of the game, the game planning of the game. It makes the game better. It really does. That's why I think number 4 thing that needs to be added into NBA 2K21 Myteam are realistic position locks. Number 5, for the 5th and final thing that I believe should go into NBA 2K21 Myteam, is to go without being said, everybody, gameplay. The gameplay just has to be 10 times better than what it is. And this is to go without saying, but we're getting on next gen consoles. I mean, specifically for the next gen, even the current gen, the gameplay just has to be different, guys. I mean, we have to have speed gaps between faster players and slower centers. We have to have less sliding on defense, strength differences. Porzingis shouldn't be bullying Shaq. I kind of mentioned that before. The way that players move and feel, everyone shouldn't be moving the same. Everyone shouldn't be as fast as some others. Everyone shouldn't be able to explode off the quick first step. I mean, we got 7'2" centers moving just as fast as Derrick Rose, moving as fast as LeBron. It doesn't work that way, guys. The gameplay has to be better. We have to have less animation just driving you into things, pulling you into screens, pulling you into charges, like tween spams, like all of that. It has to go, guys. Like, I'm telling you, it has to go. And that way cheese can become less of a thing. I know there's going to be a cheese in every sort of 2K, but if we put realistic gameplay, it'll make the game 1,000 times better. I promise you that, guys. Like, it really will. This is why I think gameplay probably is the most important thing, but it does come at the number 5 position on my list for things I think need to be added into NBA 2K21 Myteam. So that's really the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed, and let me know some things down in the comments that you think need to be added into NBA 2K21 Myteam to make this mode fun next year, because we definitely don't want a repeat of this year. We really don't, guys. But that's all I have for the video, and I appreciate everybody watching. Again, make sure you like the video, subscribe if you're new, and I'm out.